Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday. It's Kim Dahnke, the Shibboleth new member, fast track instructor, and I am so glad that you are here with me tonight. Tonight, we are going to go over void replacements, freebies, extras, snacks, and meal replacements. It's going to be a fun night. And you know why it's going to be so fun? These are the things that sometimes have gotten us into trouble in the past, but now we can figure out which things can fill those voids, but help us not hurt us. Hey, Dale Ann, glad you're here. Hey, Melanie. Thank you, Melanie. I appreciate that very, very much. Thank you. Hey, Krista. I'm glad everybody's here tonight. Just like these ladies are doing, please say hello if you are on Facebook. If you're in the Zoom room, please set your chat to everyone and then say hello. So, hey, Claudia and Mary, glad y'all are here. This is awesome. Yeah, Claudia's already like, yeah. I mean, see, one of the brilliant things about Shibboleth is that we just put everything into the food library, okay? That food library is going to help us get those yummy things that we've always wanted, but just eat them in a more reasonable way. We'll always still have the taste and enjoyment. Hey, Joan, glad you're here. Hey, Chris. Chris, I loved your outfits today. I went back and liked my two favorites, individual pictures of my two favorites, okay? Because when I saw Joni said, I like the purple one, I was like, well, wait a minute, let me go back and mark the ones I like. So anyway, I just did that for fun, Chris. And thank you for sharing that journey with us. I really like your page, your group. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and get started tonight. Let's see who all is in the Zoom room with me. Let's see. Everybody, awesome. We got Jenny from the block back tonight. Hey, Jenny. Hey, Daryl and Amanda and Walter and Trisha and Michelle and Janet and Deb and Connie. Awesome. We're so glad you're here. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Hey, Janet. Awesome. So if you are new, thank you so much for trusting us and joining us in this lifestyle. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Darren. Glad you're back on Facebook. Awesome. Hey, Sherry Ditto. And we thank you for trusting us. And if you are not a member and you happen to be listening here tonight, you're our special guest. Please know that first class is always free. We welcome you to listen in and see what it is we have to offer. But honestly, what we have to offer is the answer to all your wishes and hopes when it comes to weight loss, because we like to eat too. We're going to eat plenty of good things and get the results that we want. All right. So tonight we're going to go over fast track lap 5. Okay, so lap 5, and just a reminder, this is a little tutorial video right there, just short one to show you, obviously 8 minutes. It's very brief. It's just telling you why you're doing that. But if you have spent tonight with me, you don't really need to watch that video, because that video also is like the little pop-ups too. So just to save you some time if you wanted to save some time. So this first thing, it says, familiarize yourself with void replacements. Click here to find approved replacements for some of your favorite things to avoid having an unplanned holiday. So we're going to go ahead and click there. When I click there, it takes me to a resource that's in this green tab. This green tab here called Resources, Foods, Recipes, etc. This is going to be one of your favorite tabs or buttons. It's going to be one of your favorite buttons. And when you're no longer in fast track, see, fast track is just the organized educational system to introduce you to everything. But once you are out of fast track, you're going to be accessing all the things I've shown you in fast track, typically through all of these little buttons. Okay. But the green one's going to be one of your favorites. So the void replacements is actually in there. And the way that this page is laid out, we've just got a big old long list of some favorites and some things that people have wanted some void replacements for. If you want to search for a certain type of void replacement, maybe ice cream or chips or cake or cookies or something like that, you could just put that in the search bar. And so you can do that. And then there are some other things on the side that have been added over here. But let's just kind of look at least 3 of these things here. I'm going to scroll to the bottom because I don't always go to the bottom of things. Okay, so let's have, you know what? I want y'all to pick. Y'all pick 3 things from this list that you can see right now that you want us to look at tonight. Y'all let me know 3 things. I'm going to take the first 3 that I see, whether they're on Facebook or Zoom. All right. Okay. I got Reese's peanut butter cup Teddy Grahams. Okay. I'm going to do those 2 and then potato chips. All right. That's what we're doing for this. We can always come back and look if we have some more in the end. But okay, Reese's peanut butter cup. Okay, and Krista says Pop-Tart. I'll do Krista's Pop-Tart because Facebook is delayed. So we'll do all of those. Plus, I've got lots of options for Pop-Tarts. Okay, Reese's peanut butter cup. So let's click right here. Do not eat it. I love that it just tells you, don't eat that. Now, you can eat this. You can eat this on a holiday, okay? But you know what? I don't even eat these on holidays anymore. I have found some that are so delicious, I don't even eat them on holidays. So what we've got is the Atkins Indulge peanut butter cups. Now, I haven't tried those yet. We've got the Choco Right sugar-free peanut butter cup patties. Yes, I have tried those. I'm going to click on there. So it opens it up and it kind of shows you that what the box looks like. Now, just because I do have some of these in my pantry, a package inside this box, yes, Janet, these are delicious. A package inside this box holds 2 patties. So what you're seeing right there is 2 serving. I mean, it's 2 patties, 2 individual patties in 1 serving. So if we wanted to see more of what we could do with this, you click more info, and where does it take you? It takes you to the food library. So you can see that this could be used as a snack or an extra. You can pick these up in our store right here on the green button. And then, yeah, the Quest ones actually have more protein in them. So that's why I will click on the Quest, and I want to show y'all some differences. It's very important. Thank you, Patty. It's very important that we don't assume that similar products could be used the exact same way. Always look and see how to use each individual product. So this one right here says snacks extra. So you can use this as a snack or an extra, and it says approved portion for those different ways of using something. You could use 1 piece as an extra. So let's say that you ate this top one. That would be an extra. Somebody asked last night about having something as a little dessert taste after a meal. If you wanted to save this to be a little dessert taste after a meal, that could be your extra for the day, because you can use up to 1 extra and still be having a perfect day. Now, let's say that you wanted to have this as a snack. You could actually eat 2 packages of this, which would total 4 little patties. Okay, so you could do 4 as a snack right there. And then if you came down here, there'd be a little bit more to read down there. Okay, so now we're just going to go off of that. But then we've got Lily's no sugar added dark chocolate peanut butter cups, Lily's no sugar added milk chocolate style peanut butter cups, Quest peanut butter cups. Let's look at those. Okay, that's what they look like. I'm going to click more info. It brings me to the food library. Now look at this. This can be used as a snack or a meal replacement. See, that other thing didn't really have that much protein in it, but this one's got at least 11 grams of it's got 11 grams of protein in it. So you could have 2 cups, which is 1 package, as a snack or a meal replacement. So these are actually a little bit bigger than those others too. Hey, Grace. And then they don't give you much of a description. They just tell you right there. You can pick those up in our store. So what I like about these is, see, those other ones we just went over could be used as an extra or a snack. This can be used as a snack or a meal replacement. I'm going to give these 5 stars. They are pretty good. Okay, and then let's look at this. We've got Reese's sugar-free peanut butter cup miniatures. So look, if you want those, you can have up to 5 of these as a snack for the day, but understand that 20 grams of sugar alcohol is a lot, and they will make you very gassy. better to just have one. Don't you love that Shibboleth loves us to know, warning, warning, you could be gassy. It might be better to have one. That is hilarious. I've never opened that up and read it, but that's really funny. So let's just go to the food library and look at it one more time. Okay, so this would be a snack. It doesn't say use it as an extra. It doesn't say use it as a meal replacement. So up to five as a snack. All right. So that's funny. Who thinks that's funny? And then we've got this Russell Stover sugar-free chocolate candies. Daryl thinks that's funny. And then so I'm going to click there. These, I really like these. Now let's click here. I want you to see how to use them. So this can be used as a snack. 2 pieces as a snack. And it says for the sugar-free chocolate candies, which would be really any of them. Okay, so 2 as a snack. Okay, let's see. It would be both, Janet. It would be both. 2 is for a snack or a meal. So when it says the same number for both a snack or a meal, it's probably what they would call a light meal replacement. So it's 2 for either one of those, Janet. Thank you for clarifying on the quest. But yes. So that's some things in that Reese's. Okay, that's awesome. So now let's have a look at the Teddy Grahams. Let's click on Teddy Grahams. Hey, Rhonda. Grace, you're laughing at that. Y'all are laughing at the statement about the gas. It is funny. Okay, so Teddy Grahams. When you're craving Teddy Grahams, try Bear Bites instead. They'll fill your craving without calling out the fat bus. Okay, Kodiak Cakes, protein-packed Bear Bites. Okay, they look like that. They look great. I'm not going to open them up, but it says you could have 1 ounce as a +1. You know, you want to be aware of these things. +1 weight loss meter, category 3. Ding, 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 ding. What do you need to do? What do you need to do if it says something's category 3? If you're eating it as a category 3, what do you need to do with it? That's right, Linda. You would need a 1 and a 2. You would need a 1 and a 2. Okay. And then that's right, Temperance. Awesome. Thank you. I love to see that y'all are applying the knowledge that you've been getting this week. Okay. 1.5 ounces as a +1 weight loss meter snack. So you could have a little bit more as a snack. Yeah, Grace, you would also need to add a fibrous carb as well, a lean protein and a fibrous carb, Grace. Or 1 ounce of Bear Bites with 8 ounces of Kroger Carb Master or fat-free Fairlife milk as a 0 weight loss meter snack or light meal. This is probably how I would use it so that I get a lower weight loss meter. But if I had a category 1 and 2 sandwich or a wrap or something like that, you could have that as a category 3. That'd be really tasty next to it. Now, look, Kodiak is a popular brand. Please don't assume that all Kodiak products are approved because they're not. You need to check the food library before you buy a Kodiak product. Because, for example, the Kodiak muffins are not approved, but a lot of times people think they look like Mighty Muffins and they go, oh, they must be the same nutrition. They're not. They're not. Okay, let's see. I also had potato chips. So what we're going to do for that, just to show something different, and I'm glad Gerald did that, gave us kind of like a grouping. Over here in the search bar, I'm going to type in chip. I'm going to type in chip because I want to get as many options as I can. Okay, so we got Chips Ahoy cookies, chocolate chip bars, Frito corn chips, Kettle potato chips, and Lay's potato chips. Okay, so let's see what our options are for these 3 at the bottom. Okay, I just love that it says do not eat it. All right, so Double Bites chips. That's what they look like. We sell them in our store. Look, I always call these nuggets. You know how it's fun when you go on an adventure, you're exploring and you find a gold nugget? I call the little random videos that I didn't expect to find little gold nuggets. So there's little nuggets. And Tristan, by the way, is Travis's son. So this says Travis and Tristan. I think I did watch this one time, but I can't remember it. So it would be a -1 on the weight loss meter as a category 3, or a +1 weight loss meter as a snack. I'm going to click on the more info on this because I want to see. Okay, so they're calling this a category 3 energy carb or a snack. One package as a snack, or this is important to look at, half a package up to one package as a category 3. What would be best? What would be best? Using half a package would be best. There's a lot in there. And if you can use half a packet, just fold that over, put a little clip on it, and use a half a package at the next meal. And you're saving money too. Okay, so let's see. Kettle chips. There's some pop chips, potato chips. Okay, so these pop chips, I've heard, a lot of people say pop chips this, pop chips that. We're going to look at that, but I want to point out something to you. Okay, this could be a category 3 energy carb, and I hope that y'all are saying in your mind right now, ding, 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 these things that are energy carbs. Now this one's also telling you that you can use it as a snack, but if you're eating it as a meal replacement, you need to have it, not a meal replacement, as a 3 with your meal, you need to call it an energy carb. So one handful as a snack or category 3. Look right here though. Protein, 1 gram, 1 gram of protein. I want y'all to know we have better options. And look, this is a +1 on the weight loss meter, and it's only got 1 gram of protein. I would use chips that got more grams of protein. So let's find some more. Lay's classic potato chips. So you've got the pop chips are listed there, but Quest tortilla style protein chips, let's open them up, and I want you to see this. These are a snack. They could also be a meal replacement, and they could be a perfect pairing item. Lots of good things for this one. Yum. This one is, I think, a better chip to use. So this isn't a potato chip like Daryl asked for it, but this is just some chip options. It's a -1 on the weight loss meter. Okay. So let's come down here and look. You can have up to 2 bags as a -1 weight loss meter meal replacement. Have you ever felt what I call a little chippy? You just want to sit down and have some chips. Anybody ever felt like that? When I have those days, I'm like grabbing some Quest chips, sitting there with my recliner popped up and watching some TV, eating some Quest chips. Guess what? I feel like I'm doing the same old thing I was doing before, but I'm helping myself, not hurting myself, just by knowing this information. It also, knowing this information keeps you from overdoing things, okay? So 2 bags would be a -1 weight loss meter meal replacement, or 1 bag as a 0 weight loss meter snack. Now remember, it changes to a 0 from a -1 because you're using it as a snack, and snacks aren't great for weight loss, okay? They can be used, and they can help you get through those moments, but they are not optimal for the best results. But when you need it, just use it. Let's keep a perfect day. But it goes to a 0 just to show you. Yes, Janet says she loves them, especially the taco flavor. Let me just tell you, loaded taco, you are going to say, how did they get a chip to taste like lettuce? That loaded taco tastes just like a taco. It is delicious. Okay, now let's look at this. Or you can use this as a perfect pairing with any combination that doesn't include a category 3 energy carb or category 5. So these are great, what we call perfect pairing chips to go with maybe a sandwich or a wrap or something like that, okay? So, but now remember we looked at the pop chips, right? They had 1 gram of protein, 19 grams. Which one do you think is better to use? This one. Okay, so I've never even bought pop chips, but I use these because they've got more grams of protein. All right, and then let's see, we had a Pop-Tart request earlier, so let's look at Pop-Tarts. Pop-Tart, do not eat it. Okay, Legendary Foods Tasty Pastry, or the Rip Van waffles. Okay, so let's click there, and it gives you this option. Yes, Janet says, great with a turkey wrap and Coke Zero. So let's click more info. So these can be a snack or a meal replacement. So a lot of times when people are talking to me about what they're eating, I will say, well, how are you using it? because I want them to be aware how they're using it. Are you using it as a meal replacement? Are you using it as a snack? Yes, yes, Rhonda, it does. She says the library really has everything. It does. It does. And if you find something it doesn't have, take a picture of the front of the item, the back of the item, and submit it. We'll put it in here if it's approved. So we're going to come down here and look. So because this can be used as two things. Look, it's also gluten-free too, which is good for the gluten-free folks. So one tasty pastry alone as a 0 weight loss meter snack, or a -1 weight loss meter meal replacement. One tasty pastry with 1 cup of Kroger Carb Master, fat-free Fairlife, or Healthwise hot chocolate as a -1 weight loss meter perfect pairing meal. They're calling that a perfect pairing meal because you are basically putting together a meal replacement and a category 1. And, that's not on the combination chart. Remember, a perfect pairing is something that doesn't follow the combinations. So that's why you do that. I've eaten most of these. My favorite is that brown sugar and cinnamon one. And most of them have like 15 to 20 grams of, there's 20 grams of protein in the cake style. So let's go and look at this Rip Van waffles. Let's see what they look like. Okay, they look good. Let's click there. Okay, so 1 on the weight loss meter. So it's a snack. So you wouldn't use this as a meal replacement, kind of like Pop-Tarts are often eaten for meals. Okay, Rhonda, great question. Great question. I will show you something in just a second. So this one would be used as a snack if you wanted to. I might have to give that one a try. So Rhonda has asked, what's the best grocery stores to go to? There's a lot of grocery stores, Rhonda. And if you have a particular grocery store that you want to look up, now remember what I'm going to show you right now, this is member entered data. So if members haven't entered it for the grocery store that you go to, it's just not there, but you could still find things there. It doesn't mean that it's not found there. So I just clicked on the green resources, foods and recipes tab. Yes, Kroger is awesome. We get a lot of things at Kroger, Walmart, Publix, Ingles, lots of grocery stores. But if you go right here to grocery store search, Rhonda, there's all the grocery stores that people have entered saying they found things in. So there's Food Lion, Food City, all kinds of things. But you can look there. If you're looking for a particular grocery store, you can click in the search bar right there. Then let's just click on Aldi right here. Once you get there, you can scroll down and there's all the things that people have said they found at Aldi. So 12 pages, 286 entries. So that's a good way to get started for you to find some things at your regular normal grocery store. All right, so how'd y'all like the void replacement? Now, a lot of the things that we're going to look at next, freebies, extras, snacks, and meal replacements, a lot of those actually are void replacements, but I just wanted to show you how that page is laid out. It is wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so you can see the next 4 action items say list 7 freebies on your fast track worksheet, list 7 extras, list 7 snacks, and list 7 meal replacements on your fast track worksheet. The fast track worksheet that I'm talking about is this one right over here that looks like this. Remember these little blanks right here? If you printed this, this is where you will fill this in before you check the box. If you didn't print this, just list 7 on your own piece of paper before you check the box here. Okay, so I'm actually going to start with meal replacements because it's pretty important. So let's read this. These meals are a perfect combination of the fiber, protein, carbs, etc., that make up a complete meal. In weight loss, it is best to use -2, -3 meal replacements. So we're going to click right there. Now, -2, -3 meal replacements simply means that we went into the category of meal replacements, but then we had a look at which meal replacements are the best for weight loss. And I already have that set there. So I just went ahead and set it to -2, -3 meal replacements. The weight loss meter is another way for us to categorize foods. Are these things really great for weight loss? Are they in the center, 0, not going to help you, not going to hurt you? Are they a positive number, which would be best used for maintenance days, or if you have one while you're in weight loss mode and you're in EFB, it won't throw you out of EFB, okay? You just may not see the result for different reasons. So that's what the positive numbers are for. So we're gonna come down here and look at -2, -3 meal replacements. And just a reminder, those blue buttons right above the weight loss meter are filters. So let's say you needed a gluten-free product, you can click gluten-free. If you wanted some things that were not genetically modified, you can click there. If you needed nut-free, you could click there. If you like paleo, you could click there. So there's all kinds of filters: vegan, vegetarian, no artificial sweetener, dairy-free, and so forth. Okay, so that's really great. So I'm going to come down and just, I'm going to try to look at, well, see, I always talk about my favorites, and I guess that's okay. This Ahs Pancakes right here. Who likes pancakes? Anybody like pancakes? I know I do. And I had a pancake mix before Shibboleth that was some thing that I thought was good. And then, yes, Claudia asked a great question. She says, can you pick more than one filter? Yes, you can. So the pancakes that I purchased and bought and made before Shibboleth, I thought they were healthy. Turns out they were not approved. So the pancakes that I use now are these, the AHS pancakes. AHS stands for Advanced Health Systems, and it's a product that's made specifically for weight loss, okay? So AHS Advanced Pancakes, these are really good, but have a look at the categories. You can use it as a snack, a meal replacement, or a perfect pairing. When it says perfect pairing, that's really a meal. It's just a meal that doesn't follow the rules. But if you do it as it's explained, you can use it that way. So you notice I've given these 5 stars already. They're a -3 in the weight loss meter, and I've already hearted them, and 152 other people have said they like this product as well. So the approved portion is 1 to 2 packages. See description. Most of the time, if you see something listed out right here, a snack, a meal replacement, a perfect pairing, the description is going to be where you find your approved portion for that. So we're going to scroll down right here. You could do 2 packages as a meal, -3 weight loss meter meal. That's how I use it, okay? And you do kind of figure out how you like to use these things. And I keep saying I'm going to try this third one here, but I just haven't yet because I keep forgetting. 1 package with half a cup of egg whites would be a -3 weight loss meter meal. So look, you have 2 options for -3 weight loss meter meals. Right here, you could do 1 package with 1 egg. Didn't say egg whites, it says egg. Or, that's an or, 2 pieces of sausage. And it'd be a -2 weight loss meter meal. I think I might like to make a 1 package with 2 pieces of sausage. I bought some interesting sausage this week. Okay, so I bought some interesting bacon too. I bought al fresco fully cooked chicken bacon, and I cooked that for breakfast this morning. It was good, really good. You could do 2 slices as a condiment, even if you don't have a condiment on your meal. This would be really good if you cook it up really crisp. If you want to put it on top of something as a condiment, you could use 2 slices as a condiment. You could use 4 slices as a category 4, which is great. And then you could have 1 package alone as a snack, but it's a +1 on the weight loss meter. It's even higher than that normal 0 weight loss meter. So I like to use it. This is the way I've used it mostly. 2 packages as a meal, but I do want to try this third one with sausage. And then you could also put some sugar-free syrup or approved syrup on there if you want it toasted. So this is one of my favorites. So if you like pancakes, this might be something that you want to write in your on your list of 7 meal replacements. How much bacon with pancakes? I'd probably do 4 of that. I mean, so Janet, I would read the description. I can't give a general idea of all turkey or chicken bacon, but the one that I'm talking about, that al fresco, I would probably do 4 with that, with those pancakes. Okay, so let's scroll down. Okay, this is extremely popular, extremely popular. Do we have Deb on here? Is Deb on here? She loves this Beverly Ump. Okay, Beverly Ump's a protein shake. Now, it's pretty interesting that I've talked about the two things that I thought were healthy for me before Shibboleth. My protein shake was not approved. And I just said, oh, well, glad to know that answer now. Hey, Deb, just wanted to let you know, I know that's your favorite right there. Okay, so Beverly Ump. UMP stands for Ultimate Muscle Protein. We want to protect our muscles while we're in weight loss mode, and eating the Shibboleth lifestyle will help you protect your muscles while you are in weight loss mode. So this is a meal replacement, and you can use it lots and lots of different ways. You can find it in our store right here. It's a -3 weight loss meter meal. See where it says find it on Amazon? If you ever want to purchase anything from Amazon, if you go through a link from our website, they'll know that you got to Amazon through us, and they'll give us 2 to 4 cents on the dollar. It's not a ton, but it does help a little bit. There's some months we get $100, $150, something like that. Okay, you scroll down here. But if people use this more, we could get more. I mean, use that link more, we could get more. And you don't even have to put a food item in your cart. Just using that link gets you there. So I'm not going to really read through all of these, but it does give you an option of having 2 scoops, or you could do 2 scoops with some water or Beverly Ump with Kroger Carb Master, Fat Free Fairlife, or Egg Whites International. And then you could mix 1 scoop with bio coffee, cocoa ringa, or hot chocolate for the different flavors. Okay, so there's some really great challenges about that. Why does Travis like this one so much? Because this one has all of the essential and non-essential amino acids, and not all of the shakes out there, most of them don't. This is the only one on the market that has both. So this is why Travis says this is his favorite. They taste great too. My favorite is Angel Food Cake. But he did say that if you like peanut butter flavored shakes, the Choco Right peanut butter flavored shake is the best in his opinion for peanut butter flavor. So actually, I just got it right there. So Choco Right, this is what Choco Right looks like. And that's the peanut butter flavor. Comes in some of the packages are still in this bag, but some have changed into a container. And that one could be a lean protein, a snack, and a meal replacement. Probably the same on that UMP too. It just doesn't list out like that. I'm gonna print that screen. Things I question, I print screens. Okay. Keep on coming down. So, okay. Mighty Muffin. I ate 20 or so, maybe more, in my first 20 days. Why? Because I was figuring this thing out, just like you're all doing right now. You're figuring this out. See, I knew that if I got my water every day, that was helpful. If I wrote down what I eat, that was helpful. Neither one of these had to do with eating. I knew I had to eat in a way that controlled insulin, which is either the combinations or eating an approved meal replacement. And my portions, I knew I had to control those. And I was trying to give myself 4 to 6 hours between meals and stop grazing and all of that. So 4 of the 5 things that we do every day don't have anything to do with food. But while you are figuring this out, a Mighty Muffin can help you stay satisfied with your taste buds, satisfied in your tummy because it's got 20 grams of protein in it, and it's easy. It's easy. So these are really, really great. Let's say I never thought to do this, but I'm taking pics of your suggestions will help me shop. Awesome. And she's telling that in case somebody else wants to do that. Awesome. Thank you for that idea, Janet. So this is a -3 on the weight loss meter. And the way that I do this is I either just throw these into the microwave and just microwave them for a little bit, or I will mix it up and pour it into 3 little pancakes on my griddle. I do that a lot. A lot of people, if they've got the little mini waffle makers, will just pour these into the little mini waffle makers as well. So 1 Mighty Muffin is your portion right there. So that is an excellent, excellent meal replacement. Oops. Yes, Patty. Hey, Tamar. Okay, let me get back to the meal replacement. So if you like these health-wise pancakes, they're very similar to the AHS pancakes, except for they give you options like pumpkin spice, blueberry, and chocolate chip. So that's one of the blessings of the health-wise brand is they give you those flavors. Okay. Let's come down a little bit more. I'm gonna look at 2 more of these and then we'll switch over. Hemp bars. Okay. These things are absolutely phenomenal. Okay. They're -3 on the weight loss meter. I have given them 5 stars. They're in my favorites list. You can use this as a snack, a meal replacement, or if you have a moment where you have low blood sugar, a portion of that could be used as a low blood sugar snack. The way I use this though, yeah, oh no, not the hemp bars, Patty says. She loves a hemp bar. I use this as a meal replacement. I don't use it as a snack. I don't have low blood sugar episodes, so I don't use it like that. I use it as a meal replacement. A third of this bar is a meal replacement. So this is a 12-inch bar. I cut it. Okay, well, Grace, you're going to learn how right now. Okay, so this is 12 inches. I literally pull out my 12-inch ruler and I cut it at 4 inches and at 8 inches. And then I eat a third of it. That's it. That's what you do with it, Grace. You just eat a third of it as a meal replacement. You could do a fourth of it as a snack, but I just use it as a meal replacement. Typically for me, this would be breakfast, a breakfast meal replacement. And you see these little holes right here? The little lid will click back on there. Click back on there. Patty, actually, it's a quarter of it. I always said it was a sixth, but they changed it. I think they changed it. I taught you a sixth. Yeah, I taught you a sixth, but it's changed to a quarter. Rhonda, awesome. Rhonda, okay, so you just signed up today. Make sure that you go back and do Sunday night and Monday night video. They're very, very important for you. Sunday night and Monday night videos. Okay, so why do I love these so much? Because I like nuts and I have a problem stopping eating nuts. But I get some nuts on my hemp bar. Yay! If you like fruit, ding, 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 fruit needs to be eaten with a lean protein and a fibrous carb. But if it's on a hemp bar, you get to have at it. Okay, so that kind of gives me the ability to get nuts. And for those fruit lovers, it gives you an opportunity to get some dried fruit on here. And these things are phenomenal. You'll love the macadamia one, Grace. My personal favorites are pecan, almond, and walnut, and then macadamia, cashew, pine nut, and all of that. Okay, so we're in the meal replacement area. Oh, Janet is saying cherry and apricot. Do you know what some folks do? They'll cut them a little bit smaller and take pineapple and coconut, and they have a pina colada hemp bar. Yes. All right, I was going to find one more. And look, here's another. I always just like to point out that there's an Isagenix shake right there. So some people have tried things before Shibboleth, and if you happen to have some sitting in your pantry, you can still use these things. Okay, I'm gonna go over that. You know what? I'm gonna look at this one. I've not seen this one before, but I want y'all to see this one. I'm gonna go ahead and heart that. Woo, this is good. Do you ever like sugar wafers? Delicious. This is delicious. It's a meal replacement or a perfect pairing item. Now, originally they told me that the pro ones were not approved, and so I don't use those, but I think they are approved. But what this is showing you is this is a -3 done like this. A Power Crunch bar and 8 ounces of Kroger Carb Master or fat-free Fairlife milk. These things are delicious. Now, I'm going to tell you, I do what we call a Patricia cut. Patricia Hurt is a member who she cuts up her foods into little small bits, and then she just eats them slowly, and it takes a little bit longer. You get more enjoyment out of it. And so she's got the different ways to cut all the things. If you see her pictures in the Facebook groups, then you'll see the different ways that she cuts things. Awesome. The lime one is delicious. So Deb had the lime one today on a fall focus challenge from the freezer. Oh, you know what I really need to put in the freezer then? Mint chocolate, because it tastes just like a Girl Scout Thin Mint. And if you liked those from the freezer, we can put that in there. So there are so many flavors. I mean, so many flavors. And look right here, where to buy. I'm going to say, I know that they're at all Shibboleth stores. There are other places too, but that's the one I like. Okay, so let's go back. So those are great meal replacements. In fact, I think I might do this for breakfast in the morning. Uh-oh, Andrea. I mean, Deb, yes. Oh, those are so good. So good. Okay, so now that once you write down 7 meal replacements, you check the box, okay? Now let's look at some snacks. Now I'm just going to kind of read this black box and apply it to snacks and extras so I don't have to read the same basic information twice. 1 snack and 1 extra per day is allowed, but not necessarily expedient. Just because something is allowed doesn't mean that it's required. Keep in mind that it is better to have an approved snack or extra than to give up a perfect day in a moment of mental weakness. It's still counted as a perfect day. You are still in EFB, baby, and you can find hundreds of approved snacks and extras at these links. Let's go ahead and look right here. I'm going to do 3 snacks. What I find interesting too is sometimes, I'll buy things and I'm going to use them as a meal replacement, but it's an item that could also be used as a snack or vice versa. You kind of figure out the things that you want to use in the various and different ways. And one of the things that I love about Shibboleth is that we teach you all the whole foods options, all of them. I mean, we teach you how to eat all the whole foods things, but sometimes people got into the trouble that they got in because they like all of this stuff. Okay, so we got to figure out all of this stuff too. So I just like to live the fact, I love the fact that we have variety. Okay, let's see. It seems like a lot of items I would like to try from the Shibboleth store are out of stock. Yeah. Okay, is there a trick to knowing when they might be restocked? So Michelle, I totally hear you. It is so hard to get products because of manufacturing issues and delivery issues out there in the world right now. As for when they're going to be restocked, I don't think there's a secret to knowing when they're going to be restocked. Just kind of go back in there and check every couple of days and see. So, Michelle, I wish that it was a better answer. Okay, so let's have a look at some things that I really like. I didn't go over this one as a meal replacement. You're welcome. The AHS cereal, the Cinnamon Crisp cereal. I like to use this as a snack. This is an item specifically made for weight loss. Look how many different ways you can use this. It's a superfood, it's a snack, it's a perfect pairing items, and there's a phase 1 cereal. It's a phase 1 cereal. Okay, so if you like those milks that are outside of the high protein milks, then you could use those milks with this. So there's lots of little options right there about this product. But I like this as a snack when I'm driving in the car on a trip. Can the Mighty Muffins be made up and stored in Ziploc bags for traveling? I don't see why not, Grace. I have taken them into the movie theater in a baggie before and just eaten it. But what I did, Grace, was I made them into pancakes, and they're a little bit easier to pull out of the bag, because if you make it as a muffin and then put it in the bag, that'd be kind of messy to eat. But if I made them into little pancakes or little cookie like things, they're real easy to eat. So yes, Grace, I would say yes. Okay, this is kind of not your typical snack, but it is something that I really enjoy as a snack. It's a +1 on the weight loss meter. It would be a real treat, and these are delicious. The Applegate Naturals, gluten-free, uncured beef hot dogs. I was buying these before Shibboleth. I was just eating 2 of them, part of my meal. But now when I want one, I just use one and I eat it as a snack. Do you know that you could technically have a snack as a eating episode if you wanted to? But I would only focus on that if you're trying to like just do 3 meals in a day. You could do 2 meals and a snack, or you could do 3 meals. You see what I'm saying? You could use this as an eating episode. Deb says, I make my mighty muffins in 4 muffin tins in the air fryer. Awesome. It's a great idea. These things are delicious. You get your corn dog. Those are so good. Let's see, Grace, going on vacation soon and looking for a meal replacement traveling. It would be great made up like that. Yes. Another great one for traveling, it's not a -2, -3 meal replacement, Grace, but the oatmeal protein pie is great for traveling as well. And it's a hearty meal replacement, meaning you're going to be satisfied for a long time. Okay. Okay, these are really good. Look how many Atkins products are in there that can be used. This chocolate nut roll, it's just like a Baby Ruth. Just like a Baby Ruth, can be used as a snack. 1 bar is a snack. 0 on the weight loss meter, okay? Now remember, because snacks aren't great for weight loss. Okay, I think that was 3. Hey, Mary, I see you on here, Mary. So once you have 7 listed, you can check that little box. Okay, so let's look at some things that are tagged as an extra. Okay, that very first one is quite popular. A 1/4 cup of Olay Mexican cheese dip is very popular as an extra. Now, with these extras, most of the time, these extras, if you were to look at how much calories were in there, it's really going to be around 40 calories. But that, it's just something, what I say about an extra, it's just something a little extra. Like you wanted to pick up an Andes mint on the way out of a restaurant, or you wanted to pick up that peppermint on the way out of a restaurant. It's just something a little extra. So it's typically around 40 calories. But I want to let you know that there's going to be times where you find some things in here that once you've done the research or you've kind of looked and figured it out, sometimes we find out these things by accident and other people, but maybe you find something that's 50 calories. Maybe you find something that's 80 calories. And then maybe you start questioning, oh, well, then I could do more of that extra. If that's 80 calories, I should be able to do more of that. You really can't, because Travis has made some judgment calls on some things based on how people like to use things and based on how the item would work. So he's made some judgment calls, and I'll go over some of those. But the Olay Mexican cheese dip is a great extra, very popular as an extra. Remember, we talked about those little Choco Rights earlier. There's a whole bunch of those. One of those little patties would be an extra. Fudge sickle. I mean, who wouldn't like to have a little fudge sickle every once in a while? That's one would be an extra. But I want to get to some of those that are just a little bit different. Guacamole, it's probably a 1/4 cup, would be an extra. Okay, Halo Top, the light ice cream mini pops, one of those would be an extra. Rhonda, coffee, you can use black coffee, no problem. Coffee creamers, I will show you in just a second, okay? I'll show that in just a second. So you can use 15 calories of any approved creamer, and I'll show you the list in a minute. Okay, let's look at these though. This is a HealthWise. Remember, HealthWise is a product that we sell specifically made for weight loss. HealthWise high protein soups as an extra. I mean, that's great. But this is one of the ones that I really want you to see. The HealthWise hot chocolate is an extra. or it's a snack, or it's a lean protein, or it's a meal replacement. And remember how earlier I said that there's things that can be used multiple ways, but I tend to use them a certain way. The way that I use this is as an extra. So, but let's scroll down here. So one day, listen, the reason I figured this thing out about the judgment calls is because I saw that this has 80 calories. And I thought, well, I wonder why it says only one Choco Right patty. One Choco Right patty is 35 calories. If I eat two, it's 70, and this is 80. So I should be able to do that as an extra. So I asked Kim Shibboleth about that. And she says, oh, no, you can't. So, hey, Patty, and Janet and everybody else that I tell no to a lot, I get told no too. So it turns out this is one of those items that is a judgment call. So this is one of those items, high protein. Yes, Deb. High protein item. And we like to just sip on it and drink it, so it gives us something warm to sip and drink. So Travis made a judgment call based on how people, that's right. Yeah, Patty, you're not the only one I tell no to. I tell no to Gina Brzezinski too. Okay, so we've got a product that people like to use to sip on, and it's high protein. And so he's just made a judgment call on this one. And so that's why I use this as an extra. So I just kind of like to explain that make sure that you use the amount they say in here. But this one's kind of cool. Yeah, Janet. Janet gets my nose sometimes. She's not nearly as bad as Patty, though. Patty wants me to tell her no all the time. Just kidding. So there's lots of options right there. I'm not going to read all those, but lots of options right there on ways to use that. The other thing that I want to point out that's kind of a popular thing that I didn't realize was an extra. So you know how most diet drinks have 0 to maybe 5 calories? Well, it's not the same with Chick-fil-A. Let's see if I can find it. Diet lemonade. Let me see if I can just find it. Okay. So in my newbie time with Shibboleth, I thought that diet drinks were 0 calorie. So I'm drinking diet lemonade like it's going to town. I mean, I'm going to Chick-fil-A and like, fill it up, fill it up, fill it up. And then one night I said that at class, and somebody says, you know, that's got 50 calories in it, right? And I said, no. So they don't have it down there. Let's see if I'm gonna see if I can find it over in the resources. Yeah, it's an extra, Patty. I'm gonna go to the restaurant options. I want to see it is not a freebie, Janet. So this is why this is important to go over. I want to see if I can find the details on it. Diet lemonade. Come on, give me the details. Huh, right there. But anyway, it says you can have up to 1 small diet lemonade per day as an extra. Okay. So just order a small. Yeah, that's right, a small. So you can have a small diet lemonade as an extra. So this is the way I think about that. So let's just say that sometimes I use a health-wise hot chocolate. Oh, I've done it too, Janet. I've done it too. Don't worry about it now. You gotta just correct it when you find things out. So their diet lemonade is just not 0 calorie. So we just got to be aware of that. Okay, so sometimes I do a health-wise hot chocolate as an extra, sometimes in the mornings, okay? Well, then let's say I go to Chick-fil-A that day. I won't be ordering a diet lemonade because I've already used my extra. Okay, so that's one way I like to think about it. Well, let's say I haven't had a health-wise hot chocolate or something like that in the morning as an extra. I go to Chick-fil-A for lunch and I decide to get a diet lemonade. So that would be my extra. Let's say that I had the habit of having a little extra after dinner as a little dessert. That means on the day that I chose to have my diet lemonade at Chick-fil-A, I just wouldn't have that extra after my meal as a dessert. So it's just you are deciding what you're doing. I have a little code that I write on my calendar. This is not an official Shibboleth Travis Martin thing. This is me. I write on the squares of my calendar BLDES. If I've eaten an extra for the day, I put a check next to it. Done, done, not happening again that day. If I have a snack, I put a check next to the S. It's done. So once I have little checks by all those things, I'm mentally done for the day. There have been days where I've eaten everything I could by 1 o'clock. And then I just went into IMF. I mean, because that's how I want to get my results and keep my results. Janet says, heck no, Coke Zero or at Chick-fil-A for her now. So these are just those little things that I want to point out. Let's see. Rhonda, yes. So Rhonda, you get up to 3 meals in a day. And if you need one snack, one extra, you can. And freebies, let's go over freebies right now. Freebies are just that. You can eat these items freely whenever you are hungry throughout the day. Make the most of your whole food category 2 vegetables are freebie. Check the list and use our recipe library. So Rhonda, technically freebies are unlimited, but please don't think of them like that. Y'all, please don't think of them like that. Only use them in the beginning like that if you need them, like, you know, if you need to eat a jar of dill pickles or something, that's fine, that's fine. But it's really just too much to eat them all day. It's called grazing, and we're trying to give our body a break. And I know that Rhonda, you have come in on this night right here with lots of great information. But that I specifically go over that on the Sunday night webinar. So that's why earlier I was saying, watch the Sunday night webinar, because it's the lifestyle overview that'll give you all those details. Okay, so freebies. There's lots of random things listed in the freebies list that I love to know about. 0 calorie sweeteners, those are freebies. 0 to 5 calorie beverages are freebies. You know, you got a lot of your little acorn squashes and things like that. I don't use acorn squash as a freebie, but I do use this AHS chicken bouillon. I have some in my pantry and I don't drink it a whole bunch, but there have been times where I've come home late at night and my stomach was just going nuts, growling. I'll use this as a freebie, and it tastes like egg drop soup. So a lot of times people want sweet as a little perk or you know, a treat, but you may not be the person who likes sweet things. Maybe you're the person who likes something savory. This would be something more savory. So it's AHS chicken bouillon. So that's a great freebie. And we're going to look at 2 more because I want to get to that coffee creamer for Rhonda. But the fun thing to do is really explore these things. One of my favorite freebies is, it's not really here, cucumbers. Cucumbers are a great freebie, and dill pickles are also a great freebie. So if y'all like those things, write them down. If not, just come over here and catch it. Okay, right here, do you see where it says carrots? Carrots cooked are not a freebie. And if you clicked that, it would tell you that. Carrots cooked are not a freebie. They are a ding, 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 category 3 energy carb. But if you were to eat some of those little raw baby carrots, just a little palmful of them, that could be used as a freebie. Okay, so let's go to coffee creamers. Now, as you can see, I'm in the food library. So over here on the right-hand side, it's like the long list of different sections in the food library. Did I pass the coffee creamers? Yes, creamer, 15 calories or less. And Rhonda, a lot of people have figured out different things to do for creamers. So see, I'm not a coffee drinker, but the things that would appeal to me is like using a little ready to drink protein shake as my creamer. You could use up to 30 calories of that one time. Okay. But it really depends on how much coffee you drink in a day. But here's all your list of approved creamers, Rhonda. That's your list of approved creamers right there. And so there are some creamers that have 0 calorie. You can use as much as you want of those, but it's the one that have calories in them that are approved. You would just want to use up to 15 calories, and that's it, Rhonda. But that is that's your list right there. The other thing that I would do is, y'all know I mentioned that health-wise, high protein hot chocolate. 1 tablespoon of that would give you a little bit of flavor and texture and color and that kind of thing. And so I would do that right there. So as we wrap up tonight, okay, so you drink 1 coffee. Yeah, so there's lots of options for you. You could do up to, what I like about having the ready to drink protein shake as my option is that it gives you a little bit of protein, and you could use up to 30 calories of that. So before we hop off of here, we did lap 5 tonight. I want you to see my shirt. My shirt says, embrace the growl. Okay, so embrace the growl just means that if you're hungry, just embrace it. I mean, we've just given into ourselves so much over the years. If we think if our stomach growls that we're gonna die of hunger, and we won't. So if you have that moment, you can embrace that statement, embrace the growl. Okay, it's really just a way for us to train ourselves and make better habits. So as we hop off tonight, please join me back tomorrow night as we go over the advanced combination chart. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Temperance and Janet. Thank y'all. We're going to go over the advanced combination chart, the restaurant guide tomorrow night, and wow challenges. So make sure that you come back to see all those different options right there. And if you are brand new, like Rhonda, please go back and watch the Sunday night webinar, then Monday, because that's going to answer a whole bunch of questions. Okay. And I hope you join me in the morning for the Shibby Show. The Shibby Show is in the morning on the public Facebook page around 7:30, 7:40-ish in the mornings. And then I put it into your journal in the journal online. You're welcome, Amanda and Mary and Connie and Michelle. Thank you all. Thank you all. And as we go off here tonight, I want to say my prayer for you. Keep them safe day and night. Give them courage, strength, and might. Night, night, everybody. Thank you, Mary. God bless you too.